Checks complete. We're ready.
The 2009 Brawn GP BGP-001. What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. Yes, we are finally back for another round of the MRL F1 Classics League. We're here for round number 9 at the British Grand Prix, the British short track to be not honest, something else. Anyway, it was the runner of the championship standings, so yeah, as you're well aware by now, we obviously had the win taken off us at the Belgian Grand Prix after a post-race penalty, which I was still furious about at the time, but like I said, can't dwell on it too much. We're just got to move on and just get on with things, unfortunately. So anyway, welcome here. So we obviously have a nice little slide coming out of that final couple of corners there, but like I said, we're here at the British Grand Prix. We're using the short circuit, so because of that, we are doing the 100% race distance as well, so should go around pretty quickly as well. But yeah, here we are in the 2009 Brawn GP car, and this is probably one of the cars that I was looking forward to probably the most out of every car that was probably on this grid. Yeah, probably mainly this one was the one I really wanted to drive around anyway. But anyway, as usual, give you a little history lesson on the cars while I'll show you through my qualifying highlights. I will pause, of course, if there's any other onboard footage as well. But yeah, this team was originally known as BAR and, of course, Honda back in the good old days. Like BAR was like in 1999 when they first started, then Honda came in about 2006. But then Honda all of a sudden pulled out of the Formula One in I think it was December 2008 from what I remember in the history. And this team was literally, Brawn GP formed just weeks, I'm not kidding, weeks out from the 2009 season. It was just nothing in it. But yeah, as the name says, Brawn GP was bought by the great Ross Brawn for, I couldn't believe how much he bought it for. It was just only for £1, would you believe? £1 measly. But obviously this team had to do a hell of a lot of changes, and obviously I think 2009 was some of the regulation changes as well throughout the whole season. It's obviously had a Mercedes-Benz powered engine, V8 engine as well, a 2.4 litre V8 engine. Obviously back then 7 gears were a thing as well. Had the Bridgestone tyres as well, which was, I think, I'm not sure if it was relatively, it might have been a couple of years old. I think we're having everybody ran on the Bridgestone tyres, but anyway, obviously this car debuted at the Australian Grand Prix in 2009. It did have its fair share of controversy, probably mainly at the start of the season because of the so-called double-decker diffuser, which sort of, these guys, you could say, exploited a little flaw in the rule book a little bit, but to get more downforce out of the car. It was also, not only this team, because it was also Williams and Toyota, because we used it as well. Complaints were lodged by the other bigger teams like, Ferrari, I think McLaren, and there probably was a few others along the line. But after going through all the processes, it was eventually made legal in the end. But of course, the 09 season required to have narrower, higher rear wings and wider lower front wings, designed to reduce air disturbance for the following cars, and hence making overtaking a lot easier. Now, this car was driven by Jenson Button and Rubens Barrichello as we come back into the pit lane. Obviously, after having quite a few runs around this pretty short track, it is quite, you go around here quite quickly around here. But we're going to pause for a little bit. So we're on board here with Penske going around. I think this is probably on his out lap as that someone's just spun around. I think that's is that Matt, I believe. He's gone for a little spin. That could be lag, I'm not sure, because we all know Matt has his fair share of internet issues. But he's following Calbo here is Penske going into the pit lane very slowly, and oh wow, that was well, that's a little bit awkward, I think, for Calbo. Probably didn't realise Penske was right up behind him, but Penske trying to get back into the pit lane, but he's still spinning around into the grass. I don't think this is where the Brawn GP car deserves to be, Penske, if I'm honest. So, anyway, finally makes it back into the pits. But like I said, car was driven by Jensen Button and Rubens Barrichello. All in all, the car went on to compete, obviously, 17 races during the whole 2009 season, for a total of 8 wins, 15 podiums, 5 pole positions, and 4 fastest laps. Now, between the two of them, Jensen got 6 wins compared to Rubens' 2 wins. Jensen had 9 podiums to Rubens' 6, and Jensen had 4 poles compared to Rubens having only the 1 pole, unfortunately. But yeah, the team also got their first ever 1-2 in their first race, which hasn't happened since 1954, and whether it can be achieved again, well, who knows? We need to have a few more teams in Formula 1 these days, but yeah, anyway, and also podium finishes in the first 8 races. Not even joking at all. That including obviously Jensen winning first few races, I believe, including there was one where it was Malaysia where he got only awarded half points because of heavy rainfall, but there was also a little bit of drama as well with I think it was at the Hungarian Grand Prix that season, and a bit of suspension that broke off Rubens Barrichello's car, which of course sort of banged into the helmet of Felipe Massa, and you could probably guess the rest of what occurred there, because it was a very nasty injury, and thankfully Felipe was all good and whatnot, but yeah, anyway, it was just one of those things, unfortunately. But the sponsors for this car, it didn't have too many to start with. It only had like Bridgestone, I think when it originally started. Got Virgin sponsorship on board on the weekend of the Australian Grand Prix. It was either like, it came on board like the Saturday or the Friday or the Saturday of that weekend. I'm not exactly too sure, but there was a few others along the way. They got Canon sponsorship along the way, I think at Singapore, but other than that, yeah, I think I think I've been bragging too much long on the history lesson of this car, but anyway, there you go. That is a full history lesson, excuse me, on the Brawn GP car. Also, I just want to mention, I do apologise for the lateness of these videos as well. It's just there's been no motivation at all, but I'm trying to get a lot of these videos done as quickly as I can, so you may see quite a few videos popped out now and then between now and whenever I get caught up as well. But anyway, I think this is going to be my fastest lap as well. So coming through routes 1, 2, and 3. It was missing the 50-metre board on the left-hand side, which didn't really help my cause. Now we're taking the little shortcut through the circuit here. I think I'll call this turn 5 sort of thing. Now we're onto the back straight here. What do you call this? I can't remember off the top of my head. This goes to show you how much I know and how long it's been since I've done a voiceover. But anyway, coming around the final couple of corners now, I think we can do, yep, final couple of corners around the pit straight. Looking all right at the moment. We're sitting P5. We've got a couple of minutes to go here. I think we do move up into P4 with a, what do we got there? 45.927, I think it is. So, and the beauty with these cars is you can take a tyre set a long way, but it's on lap 12. I got the left-hand side curb, and all right, I spin. And unfortunately, poor old Dill just had nowhere to go. And
we're seeing major wing damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, I actually get a 5-place grid penalty for that one, but I'll sort of explain it a bit later once we get into the race itself. But literally, I was sort of furious at myself that I sort of did that as well, but just getting out of everybody's right here. And no, that is not a retaliation for what occurred. Just saying, but coming into the pits, yeah, I was absolutely furious at this point in time. So yeah. But also another thing was, I actually, when I realised, I think after I retired, I forgot to plug my Ethernet cable back into my Xbox, and I'd taken it out just to see what the issue was going on, because I've sort of been like tinkering a little bit, because I have had a few internet issues during the past few races, and lo and behold, I lost connection to the Xbox Live, but it was all good. So now we're back onto the grid. We are actually starting in P5, so we do have to load a setup as well, but I probably will explain it a bit later. Sorry, P6 I should say. But here we go. We're all set for round number 9 of MRL 5 red lights. It's a long hole, but let's do it around the British short circuit. It's not the greatest to start. Someone had a really terrible start there. I think that's Laggy. We'll take it nice and cautiously here. Matt's already got the red cross. There's good little contact between a couple of cars. Couldn't quite tell who that was. Matt's still lagging all over the joint here. And somehow we managed to get from P6 into P3 for all that race start anyway, but there's probably already a bit of chaos behind, so I'm glad I got away from all of that at the moment. So, yeah, obviously, so we had to have a restart, obviously, because of me losing my internet connection. I've run very wide here coming out of turn 6, I think that I'm calling it for this racetrack. I don't actually know how many corners there are on the British short track, so I'm only guessing at this point. But yeah, so the 5-place grid penalty was sort of null and void, you could say, which is probably a good thing. Like, I didn't mean to like crash into Dill, obviously, and ruin his lap sort of thing. So I actually did apologise to Dill. I think we were in the same party chat during this race, so yeah, I think we're all good anyway. So that was just my mistake running a bit right on the curb and running very wide coming out of turn 5 there. It was pretty much on our own here. Penske's not far behind. HO's a bit further up the road, but still more yellow flags going right, left, and centre here. There he goes. Now Penske is actually out of the Grand Prix. So that's another retirement, unfortunately, for Penske. He's just had no luck, I don't think, at all during this season of MRL. As we continue on, so Neon, I think, still leads the way from HO and myself. As actually Penske, I think, sort of rage quitted a little bit there, so that would probably explain a lot. And there probably will be a reason why, because you'll see in a second once we get the replay screen. Someone that was very wide there, I think that was actually HO, I could be wrong. But there was already a few guys in the pits already, so Still now sets the fastest up at the race. So already there's dramas here happening at the British Grand Prix, the short circuit. So no, I think it is HO in front actually. So we started to catch him up a little bit, but it's a replay on board with HO. Relatively easy. Oh, that was a big moment of oversteer there for Laggy off the start. So that's why he went nowhere. But thankfully HO got around him and managed to get up into P2. And Neon just in the Wally zone here, running very wide at turn 3. But back we go a little bit to Fens, who's probably watching all this chaos happening here. Oh, it's Benny, and I think that was Laggy. Possibly those two that got together, but got an illegal overtake on Dill, which went away. And Captain Farah runs wide. Someone else runs wide. Everybody's running wide here at the moment, but a bit further up, continuing on lap 1, he goes right round the outside of both Benny and Chimchar. And actually gets an illegal overtake on Benny, so he's going to have to give that one back. That was a little bit cheeky, not going to lie, for Fens, but thinking he now finally gets that position on Benny, and I think had to, can't remember who it was on the right-hand side there, but on board with Penske. He just went nowhere. Captain Farah got a good start. Chimchar got a good start. So Penske using every single bit of off-road here. Off the track sort of thing, but yeah, you can just understand why. Okay, so this is the start of it. So obviously Penske was behind me, and I'm sort of red Xing a little bit to him, which is never a good sign, as you all know, because lag in this game is not brilliant. But yeah, he's sort of under attack now from Chimchar. He's got plenty of good straight line speed by the looks of it. Coming up the inside here into turn 6, a little bit of a contact there. Still hanging out side by side here, and I'm still red Xing apparently on Penske's screen. So now Penske back up the inside here in the final couple of corners. There's a little bit of contact there. I think he just managed to hang on over Chimchar, and that probably would explain why Fens went nearly 3 wide and had to give it a spot back anyway on the racetrack. Well, to Benny anyway, but I think he got, obviously I said he got it back anyway. But continuing on, this is the lap actually that Penske fortunately got out of the race. So you can see I'm still red Xing, so apparently I've gone off the road, which is not the case. You'll see in a second I pop back up there, up the road there, but then all of a sudden just slams into the hit me and into the wall, and Chimchar, poor old Chimchar as well, got caught up in that as well. Now, I don't know what the problem, what the issue was, but I didn't feel I was lagging on my screen, but look at that. Just on Chimchar's screen, I'm nowhere near. So, and again, Chimchar's got caught up in not no man's land, but you know what I mean. Unfortunately, got caught up. That was a great start as well from Captain Farah in the turn 1. He's sitting right behind me. That was a little bit close for comfort between Benny and someone that was laggy, I think. But I had to actually let Benny go through here, so that's why he went wide. Thought he just made a mistake there, but now he gets the position back. But I think someone else, it's all happening here. Dill gets an illegal overtake on Dill. Now trying to get a good run here on, I think that's Lockie. Yes, it is. He's got Conrad straight. Steve Bingham not far behind as well. You're going to have a look here up the inside here into turn 6. Yes, he does. Trust me, I should know the track corners a little bit better on some tracks, but unfortunately I don't, considering it's only the short circuit. But Lockie straight back up the inside, but and Captain's got the better run into the final couple of corners, and he should get that done. Yes, he does. So up in the 12th position for him. Yes, there was all the battling here going on in front. That's I think that was Fens. No, sorry, that's Cosmic Robbie. I apologise. That's now Dill up the inside here of TPR Red. Someone goes off the road. That's laggy. I think he's just done that on his own here. And there's more contact. He's cannon into the back. TPR Red, and it's still going into the wall. That would probably explain all the yellow flag action behind here. Yeah, besides what happened with Penske, but got on the power a little bit too early, and I think the front wing is definitely gone now. So he's going to have to come back in and serve a pit stop, I think, just to. So this probably is one of the many people that's had to come in here. So he's actually queued behind. I'm not sure. Is that Chimchar? I could be wrong, as TPR Edge has already left the pits. So I'm guessing you have to be Chimchar because he's obviously in the same garage. So this is going to take a lot longer for him. But come back out in, effectively he'll be last position. But lap 3 now on board with Dill, who's starting to slowly catch up to his fellow Kiwi pal in Benny, F1. Around the final couple of corners here. Dill's been showing some good pace as well so far this season as well. So he's really enjoying it. That would explain the fastest lap of the race, I think, on lap 4. And nice good run here. That's actually that's Chimchar. That's a little bit awkward there. That is very awkward there. He's lost now a lot of ground now to Benny. So Chimchar coming out of the pits, and I don't know whether he saw him or not, but that was a little bit awkward. But now where are we? Lap 6, I think we are. I hope it is lap 6, of what I can see on my preview screen. But yeah, going purple in sector 1, but running very wide there. I'm struggling a little bit in this car, especially at the turn 3. I don't know what it was, but just couldn't get the right feel for it. I tried everything throughout this whole race, but yeah, anyway, lap 8, I should say. It's starting to get a little bit worried because Fens is pushing on a hell of a lot, and he's actually set the fastest lap of the race, obviously, as you saw then. So, then he was starting to really pressure me here as I'm running very wide out of, I think that's turn 6, but make a mistake into turn 7, which is going to really not help my cause here. And all the past memory of like Fens lagging and whatnot, I decided to pull off here and just let him go because I think he's got truly a bit more pace than I do at the moment. So it's not worth me fighting him and not getting caught up in a lag incident. So we're back down into P4. We'll see what Fens has got pace-wise compared to both HO and Neon, running very wide coming out of turn 5 there. We are using regular corner cutting as well, so yeah, if you're wondering why there haven't been a lot of penalties show up, that's probably why. Back on board with Captain Farrow's behind Conrad Straight. He's going for a late move on Cosmic Robbie, and it's all gone wrong. He's tagged Cosmic Robbie, and poor Captain's got another damaged front wing. So still happening, even in the back of the pack as well. But lap 10, still hanging on to Fens at the moment. We actually set the fastest sector 1. You can see why we went purple through that sector there, but sort of didn't really eventuate too much anyway. But we're still continuing on here. There was a little bit of a glitchy tyre barrier you probably saw off to the left there and he probably will see for the remainder of the race, because that was quite an issue. Even in this game, the glitchy tyre barrier is still there, so I don't know what on earth is going on, but it's very annoying. Codemasters have really let down online a lot, I must say, but not a lot happened from my point of view. Captain now trying to get a good run here on Conrad, and there's more contact. I think he's just damaged his front wing even more, trying to go around the outside. That's a little bit risky there. We might have to try and get that front wing changed again, maybe, for him. But anyway, on lap 12 here, is running a little bit wide here, and it's been an issue, and there's Neon Tridome that's had a moment. So suddenly he's gone from the race lead to now 4th position. So something has happened there to Neon, and I could probably confirm what has occurred there, and I probably don't have the footage from this little incident as well. So, fortunately for Neon, somewhere, I don't know what lap it was, but he all of a sudden just lost game sound, and I think during what happened there with that yellow flag, that's what occurred. He just had no game sound, so he had no idea. I don't think about the gear shifts or whatnot, or yeah, it was putting him off anyway, so that's why he's back down into P4. It was a bit of a shame, a bit of a unfortunate, really, I should say, not a shame, but lap 15, you see him revving this engine out. Was using 4th gear a lot around that, especially that turn 4 and 5 section that I'm calling it. Yeah, but again, we went purple through sector 1, and now we're going purple again in sector 2. Not the fastest, but we're looking probably good here for maybe fastest lap of the race, which I probably didn't mind at this stage, but he's coming across the line. Fens sets the fastest lap, but we set it a little bit quicker there. It is a 46.705, so yeah, there we go. That was the fastest lap. Well, not the fastest. I think it got beaten eventually, but still glitchy tyre barriers off to the left there, but
Green flag.
still more yellow flags behind. That was a big hotspot. Trust me, this whole race, that was a big hotspot, especially at turns 4 and 5 section there. But continuing on, just playing it cautiously here. Lap 19, we skip ahead a couple of laps here. Actually going to lap Captain Farrow here. I don't know, this is the first time or the second time. Probably the second time, I'd say, considering he's already been in the pits early on in the race. So using nearly every bit of extension road there, but just pretty much a cruise mode.
We're doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. 6 laps until your pit window is open.
Yeah, just had to double check as well when the pit stop was, because I literally had no idea. I wasn't sure whether the tyres would go the rest of the race, but it was probably going to be a long shot. But going by what occurred in the last 100% race, I think it was Japan in the 1988 McLaren. It was also in the wet conditions as well. Most of the guys went the whole race without having to do a stop here. This is on board with Laggy. Opening away with Deal and knee on up the inside here at the turn 3, and he gets a position, double position there for Laggy. So great move for him around the outside. Oh, sorry, around the middle, I should say. So I think Neon was still battling away with the game sound gremlins, but now to lap 22 here. I think there was a yellow flag. That's why Cosmic Robbie's out of the race. There he is, off to the left there. So I dare say he's hit the tyre barrier. I'm not sure exactly whether he's actually hit the glitchy tyre barriers or not, whether he had it on his screen, but it's been unfortunate for him, because I know what he's got pace-wise anyway. But anyway, Fens has now come into the pits on the end of lap 22, so we're going to stay out here for as long as we can, maybe try for a bit of an overcut here. HO stayed out as well, so the tyres were feeling pretty good at this stage, so didn't feel the need to maybe pit at this early stage anyway. But there's a yellow flag up there. That's actually HO who's had a spin, and now we've gone into the not effective race lead, but we've gone into the lead of the race on lap 23. We're going to jump on board with a replay here on board with HO, who's just pretty much in cruise control at this stage. See what's happened here. So he's run a little bit wide in turn 3, going through turn 4. Oh, it's the curb! Oh, he nearly slammed into the wall there, which they caught out a lot of other guys there, but just reversing out of the road there. There I go, obviously off to the left, but this is really going to affect A-Show, probably, especially with the battle he's got with Fens. So going to have to do a lot of work here to catch up. But yeah, I nearly have the exact same moment as well as Neon's finally. I think I've had to give in a little bit, unfortunately, on the game sound there. But I think he's retired in the pits and he's left the session. And now it's brought the safety car out, and I've just missed the pit lane.
Make sure you keep it positive as we
And I think probably H-Show. I think H-Show's possibly missed the pit lane as well when the safety car came out, which is, man, yeah, I was at this point. You can understand how furious I was at this point, considering I could have possibly maybe jumped into the pit lane, into the pits. But anyway, now behind the safety car, who still hasn't changed since Belgium, and it's pretty much still smoking away there, unfortunately. So I would say it's glitched a little bit, but it still works, safety car. But now coming into the pit lane, and we've oversped into the pit lane. So we're going to have to add another 5 seconds to our pit stop here. But I don't know what on earth was going on here, because the pit crew are just not ready at all. It's whether somebody else had come in the same garage as me, but this has really cost me a heap of time. And actually, H-O's jumped me there. And yeah, you can tell how much furious I was at this point. But there was a car still stuck in the pit lane.
Let's get some heat into those
see why in a second. But coming out of the pit stops, we do come out in P3. So Fens has done the worldie there and came in at the right time. But myself and H-O obviously do have much fresher rubber compared to him. I think there's probably 3 laps difference between Fens and us two. But this is H-O's pit stop, obviously. Pretty simple for him, really. So, and he'll come back out, obviously, in P2. But this is Dill. I think it's about a lap or 2 down, I think he is. He's still in P4, but one many guys on the lead lap. But he's come into the pits, and he's got the pit lane glitch where he can't even go anywhere. He's literally trying everything he can. Had to go into the start screen as well. I've had to speed this footage up as well, because this went for a very, very long time. And like I said, Dill was in the party chat while this was happening. So he's literally trying everything he can he's now got the green light, but still nothing's happening here at this point. But might come back to him in a minute and see what's going on.
3:28 a.m.
Nope, still here. Oh, the pit crew have actually ghosted through his car and they've just left him there. That is brilliant, as always, from Codemasters. Really great, but he was trying to see how long he could go before he actually got disqualified. I think he went nearly a minute. Or I can't remember how many seconds he was going for, but eventually he did retire from the race, which was pretty unfortunate. But it just shows how crap this game is as well. So, anyway, we're back now under the safety car. Conrad, I think, was just probably trying to get out of everybody's road, but fortunately he can't pass under the safety car, so he's going to probably have to stay there and just do his absolute best as well. He probably will move out of the road just to not upset anybody here at the moment, but we're nearly done here. Now Benny's now left the session. Unfortunately, he had a disconnect while he was in P4.
Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Yeah, obviously, so safety cars coming in this lap. We've still got 30 odd laps to go here, I think, at this point. So Fens has got control here. Safety cars obviously will come into the pits. There's H shows a little bit of an oversteer moment, and Benny's ghost car decides to go for it. So not really caring at this point, but he nearly swapped there at the restart. But someone's up there inside here. I think this is a lap car. I think that's Lockie. Go for a slide, and he's in the wall, I think. Wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what's going on there. It's all chaotic at the moment on the restart, but Laggy's now behind me, I think. Well, at the moment, there's a little chaos, and Captain's gone into the side of someone there. Yeah, I actually think Laggy's probably about a lap behind me at this point. It's I could be wrong. Matt, actually, it might be still on the lead lap, but Matt is obviously It's back up into P5, so now we finally get past the ghost car of Benny. I think he did rejoin. Can't remember off the top of my head, but I think he was able to rejoin. But that was really a shame for Benny. He was probably showing him some good pace as well, but just have a look at this restart as well. H-Show probably got a little bit surprised there of how quick the safety car went in. And you see Benny going up the inside there. That was pretty simple. Actually got past Conrad as well. Didn't get an illegal overtake, so that was all very weird, but didn't take long for H-O to go through Benny's car and get back up into P2. This is on board with Captain Farah's restart, so obviously he's a couple of laps down, I believe. But look at Lockie just threading the needle on the restart there. But do you think he's trying to get back on a lead lap, I think, or get a lap back anyway? But gets caught on the curb, and obviously I think he's slammed into the wall there. Yeah. It was a little bit unfortunate for Lockie there, but there's Captain running very wide here. Oh, he gets a tag there from somebody and slams it to the side of, I think that's Laggy, so probably would explain a lot. And Laggy's gone off into on the new circuit anyway, so like I said, it was all chaotic at the safety car restart anyway, so now back we go to our point of view, lap 29 I think we are. So Conrad's still ahead of us here. He's still obviously either a lap or a couple of laps down in here, so trying to get past him as quick as we can, because like I said, we're still pretty much on our own here, and finally he heats. I think he's got the blue flags, I'm not sure, but he now gives me that spot, so we're now up into P3 at the moment. I think that's somebody else up the road here. I think that's actually Laggy. He actually got spun around earlier, but still continuing on here with H-Show. Still trying to chase down Fans. There's a little bit of contact there with Matt, as Fans puts another lap on Matt, I believe. So Matt's still hanging on here at this point just to try get that lap back. But once again on the lap 31, he pulls off to the side there and lets H-Show go through. So H-Show can now have a full go at Fans and actually gets a warning there for track limits. So we continue on anyway, but lap 33, Fens was really under attack here. Back on board with H-O. I know I haven't got the right graphic, but I don't care. Fen, ignore the music as best you can, because I'm not trying to get a copyright strike, but Fens managing to hang on for now, but back on, continuing on to lap 34. This is all going on while I was pretty much on my own here. So again, Fens covering the inside line here into turn 3. H-O trying to get a good run here. A little bit of oversteer there. Fans, that's not a great line there, unfortunately. Oh, a lot of oversteer there. And who's that behind? It's someone, I can't really tell who it is. Is he going to pop in the shot there? H-O tries to get slipstream on Fence. I'm not sure how good it is on these cars, but there's contact, and I think Laggy's been spun there by Matt. That possibly was another desync moment there. I don't possibly know, but you know, anything's possible in this game anyway. But now back to our point of view. As you can see, there's Laggy off to the right there. And I think Matt was just waiting up for him to let him go, I think. So it was probably a good call there from Matt, just to wait up and let Laggy take the position back anyway. But yeah, still on our own here.
2.9 seconds.
He's got a fair gap behind to Benny F1, I believe, and TPRH is now out of the race. So not got many left, though. I can't really see how many people we've got left here, but somehow there was a weird-ass yellow flag around there. I don't know why, but Laggy, big dive bomb there by TPRH. That was a really big dive bomb there as Matt now goes up the inside. There's more contact between these two. Coming through here, so it might have been a little contact that I think he slammed into the wall, which has caused a lot of people a few issues along the way. So a bit of a shame there, really. But this was what occurred a bit further behind Captain Farah's point of view. So this was all going on here. Yeah, so watch Laggy. There's a little bit of contact, and well, poor old Ash just slammed into the wall there. Is now out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. So Now Captain Farah, who's this is possibly being, that's Benny F1, so that's a little bit risky there. Benny's fighting for position 4. So the captain's in 10th position, pushing it very wide there off the circuit there. Probably wasn't really happy with that one was Benny, but anyway, that might be just him. But anyway, coming on to lap 37 here, having a little bit of a slide there, coming out of the final couple of corners there, running very wide there. I was very nearly worried about a little bit, so we have really dropped away a little bit from HO in position 2.
5.1 seconds.
We're really starting to drop off here, running very wide in the turn 1 there, which was... at this point of the race, I think it was just fair to just sort of consolidate this position. Got a fair, we're a fair way behind HO, and Benny is a bit further behind as well. There's still more yellow flags, so it's still all happening at the moment. We're on lap 41, about to hit 42. There we go. So very not long to go here. We're kind of a few laps further ahead. I think this is lap 47, and HO fans are still going at it here for the race lead. So these guys have got incredible pace in these cars. So now HO trying to do a little bit of a crisscross here. You can get good drive out of here. A little bit of oversteer moment here. Literally doing everything he can to get past fans. You can't, there's no DRS obviously in these cars. So fans obviously covers the inside line there. Manages to hang on for now. But for how much longer, we'll wait and see. Fans running very deep into turn 3. This is the moment HO needs. They got the inside. It's a very tight corner here. Get a little bit of oversteer there. But Fans now comes back here.
Nice move.
Up the inside he goes. You can probably just see that red proximity arrow getting a little closer. He's got the inside line. He'll get that position back. Thankfully, there was no front wings chipped in this video, unfortunately. But... yeah, and at this point, maybe possibly I was hoping these guys would crash out so I could possibly get the race win. But anyway, that's just me. Cut a bit further on. Still going on between these two. HO going around the long way. It's not easy to do. Has to use every bit of the road there. He probably has to let off a little bit there, fortunately. So now he's trying to get another good run here. But whether he can or not, we'll wait and see. But now, obviously, lap 49 now, I believe it is, as Captain Farrow's off the road there. As HO's now dropped away a little bit here from Fens.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, I believe we're on lap 49, so there we go. So, yeah, still on our own here. Can't remember the exact gaps, if I'm honest, but you see there's Captain.
The track is clear.
Now
Green flag.
getting lapped again, so up the inside we go, and they get that spot pretty easily. So, yeah, again, still on our own here. Not doing a lot here, so just really hopefully getting a podium for this race, because it's been a bit of an up and down season, if I'm honest. As Matt's now disconnected, unfortunately. So, like I said, he's had his fair share of internet issues. So, now we're nearly pretty much on the run home here. Coming around the final couple of corners. We were chased down a little bit by a car behind, and we'll see who it is in a moment. But 2 laps to go now. You'll probably understand why, because that is actually laggy behind me at this point. So,
5 laps of fuel remaining.
and he's got well and truly a lot of paces. Like as you saw there, he's got the fastest lap of the race now. So, I was a little bit worried he's probably going to battle a little bit with me, because I think he's pretty much on his own as well. But ran very wide here into turn 6, and just decided to do the safe thing and just let him go, because he's got well and truly a lot more pace than I do at this point in the race. Anyway, we've still got a fair margin back to Benny, so we should be pretty safe.
This is your final lap of the race.
We're on the way home now. Nearly do a full lap here around the British Grand Prix, the short circuit. There's obviously turns 1, 2, and into the turns 3. Then you go through what we would know as turn 4. Now into turn 5, which will come back onto the sort of the hangar straight. I think it's the hangar straight. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's a straight, put it that way. But anyway, we probably are setting personal best lap times, but still showing the blue flags, but don't think it really matters too much. Not really pushing laggy or anything. So now coming around the final couple of corners here. As Fens goes on to win the Grand Prix, we're going to come home in position 3, so that's all not too bad there for myself anyway. But literally this is, and wasn't too bad. But anyway, this is on the last lap with the leaders. So Acho now closed up again on Fens for the race lead, and I think this is nearly going to go down the wire here. Acho has a good run here, running a little bit wide. Go around the outside here. No, he can't. He's probably going to try and do the crisscross here. Fens get away with it. He hasn't really got the drive here. Going to be really close to the line, but I think Fens got it. Only just, because literally, once we jump on board with Fens' footage, you'll see why. At least he ran off the circuit there, would you believe? So, yeah, that was an entertaining battle up the front anyway. But there was also a little bit of a glitch as well, because for some unknown reason, the game decided to give Benny the race victory, which is, yeah, I mean, it seemed weird at the time. I think a lot of other people were saying, like, that this was happening as well. So anyway, apparently the podium was Benny, Fens and Acho, which is definitely not the case. We'll see the race results in a second to actually properly confirm it, but definitely did screw over the race results a little bit there, because we didn't know what the gaps were at the end of the race, which was, yeah, nice game as always, Codemasters. So it is Fens, Acho and myself, 1, 2 and 3. I think Benny obviously finished 4th. Cowboy, great result in P5. Got Matt there in 6th, Conrad 7th, Laggy 8th, Lockie in 9th, and Captain Farah running out the 10 that finished. Then you got the DNFs of TPR Edge, Dill, Neon Tridome, Cosmic Robbie, and there's a few others, Chimchar, and obviously Penske there at the back of the pack, which was, yeah, fortunate for those guys. But yeah, anyway, here's a reminder of, now here's a look at the championship standings. So Fens now extends his gap, well, actually, I think takes the lead over Dill, over, what was it, 8 points, I think it is. And where the heck am I on this screen? I can't even really read. You could probably see it on everybody else's screen anyway. So I think I'm down, where the heck am I? Somewhere down the bottom here. I don't know where I am. Who knows? Sorry, it might be about, where Kyle was Penske. No, look, I'm somewhere there anyway. You'll probably be able to see it anyway on your screens, hopefully. So, yeah, that was that. Yeah, a great way to get a podium after, especially the result from the previous week at Belgium. So we move on to the next one. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more MRL F1 Classics videos, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. All my social media links will be down in the description as well, and I'll probably leave a link as well to the MRL website, and you can probably check them out on their Twitter page as well. But yeah, until the next time, which is going to be the Monaco Grand Prix in the 1998 McLaren, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.